Our big toe movement in position is going to affect not only what happens in our foot and ankle, but also what happens up higher in the chain. So if you notice that you have a big toe that likes to go towards those other toes, we need to work on separating them from each other. And this is going to then help on how our arch can function in both pronation and lengthening towards the ground, as well as how we can create an arch for a rigid foundation for push-off. So with that big toe liking to be towards the other toes, we can think about how that toe is kind of turned in and tucked in towards the other ones. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the ground to pull them apart from each other. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn your foot in and have your heel lifted. You're thinking about really capturing the underneath side of the base of that big toe where it joins the foot. And then you're keeping it kind of stuck to the ground as you then drag and turn your foot around, placing down the outside of your heel. As I did that, you can see how the rest of my toes have moved away from my big toe, and you can even get in there and do a little bit of massage on those muscles there that have gotten tight. As you're there, you can also work on the ability to keep your big toe down and separate your other toes away from it. So you're keeping that toe down, you're lifting the other toes up as best you can, fanning them out and placing them down, and really working on that ability for that middle of the foot to move and those toes to move independently from each other. So you can do a few reps like that. You can also keep this position as you then go to do some calf raises where you're going slowly up and slowly back down. You can hold on to something, don't worry about balance being the issue, but feeling yourself really drive the movement by pushing down through the base of your toes where they join your foot and working on the big toe extension mechanics. Then we can also keep this position as you go to do a lunge or a hip hinge. So we're dynamically moving on that foot while you're holding that nice new kind of positioned tripod foot. Afterwards, you should give it a little shake out, and then you should feel and notice how that foot feels a little bit more grounded. You can feel equal contact between the heel, the base of your big toe and pinky toe, and then maybe now when you go to do those other movements, you just feel more centered and like it's easier for you to go down versus things wobbling around back and forth. I also love this exercise because it's an easy one to do anywhere, anytime, so you can really get those reps in of working on that mobility, and then we can get to the fun stuff of working on more loaded movements.